spaghetti.
I feel very chatty today. I don't know why, but I've been talking up a storm in all my reviews that I've been recording today. But either way, that's what you guys are here for, in a way, right? My comments. If you're not here for the comments, I don't know what you're here for, really. It's just to see me say, ah, ooh, just the reactions, right? On the last episode of Bates Motel, I discussed the issues, and how I believe that parents should not be their kids' friends. I think there should be a balance there, and it's not supposed to be an even balance as well. It's not supposed to be a 50-50 kind of thing. It's more like a 80-20, like 80% parent, 20% friend, right? Because when it's time to put your foot down, it needs to be down and it needs to be firm. If she continues to do this, it's not going to end well. Now Norman is home again. Now, because of her relationship with Alex, this might not be good. Because who knows? Norman might try to kill Alex. He's prone to that. He's still having blackouts. He says he's going to take medication. Who's going to monitor this? At least at the place where he was at, they were able to monitor him taking medication and stuff like that. We'll see, I guess. Anyways, let's jump into the reaction. I will see you guys right after for the review. I don't know, is it Pineview or White Pines? Rehab facilities always have some of the most weirdest kind of names. Not really weird, but kind of like calming kind of name, you know what I mean? I'm guessing Alex didn't come home.
Are you asleep?
It's freezing in here, Mother. Is there a window open?
I don't know. The heater doesn't seem to be on. Try go back to bed.
Well,
No, I'm hoping it resets itself. Otherwise, we freeze to death.
maybe we could turn on our gigantic new television and get a weather forecast.
Stop it. We needed one.
Why did you feel like we needed a new television all of a sudden?
I don't know. Maybe I was lonely. We're not giving it back, so get used to it.
Oh, you've become a spaghetti western fan.
I just got those for fun. Calm down, Norman. I don't know. It's not resetting itself. It's broken. I was just gonna call someone in the morning.
Can't you call someone now? It must be below 30 outside.
It's 3 a.m. They're repair people, not emergency roadside service. Go back to bed, Norman.
It's funny sometimes. How do you guys not have any comforters or...
I thought I'd be warmer if we slept in the same bed.
Okay, weirdo. Again, tell him no.
Yeah, that's fine, Norman. Sure.
I can't, bro.
What's going on, Mother?
I guess we got a little used to being apart, and so it feels a little different being together.
Are you happy I'm back?
Of course I am. I'm really, really happy.
You don't sound happy. You sound terrified of this dude.
Hi, hon.
Hey.
I miss you.
Yeah, me too. It's not forever.
I know.
Hey, so how's he doing?
I think it was fine last night.
You better get in there, Alex.
It's like if, honestly, it's awkward. Because I think so much has changed since he was here, and he feels it. But he's good. He's good. I think he's doing much better.
Oh, good. No, that's good to hear. So am I gonna see you later?
Yeah, I'll stop over later, okay? I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, me too. So when are you gonna tell him?
I'll do it when it makes sense, okay? I promise. It won't take forever.
With you?
No. I get it.
Okay, thank you for understanding. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Mother, are you in there?
Yeah!
Norman, I'm gonna be down to make you breakfast in a second, okay?
I gotta go, okay? Bye.
Can't believe Dylan's moving. Feels like so much has changed while I was gone.
Well, it's just life, honey. You know, that's all good stuff.
I kind of like the old curtains.
Come on, sit down. Let's eat.
I wanted to stop to say this.
Welcome home to your freezing house.
Thank you, Mother. Oh, and thank you for everything that you did and went through and put up with to give me the help I needed.
Yeah,
I'd
they
do
have.
anything for you. You know that, right?
Oh, so did the sheriff actually have to live here?
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes?
Why you can't let your son know that you're in love with somebody? It's insane to me. Tell him. He's gonna have to hear it one way or the other.
We actually became good friends. And the fact that he did all of this, you know, to help, he's just very nice. And I think that you should thank him.
Of course. No, it really is. And I will. I'm very appreciative of all he's done for us.
Don't forget your
Yeah,
medicine.
explain eggs and bacon.
All fixed now.
Weirdo.
I've missed you.
Hi. Flight 218 to Indianapolis.
Has she been flagged?
Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back.
She's been flagged. Here comes the DEA.
Becca Hamilton?
Yes?
DEA.
I'd like you to come with us, please, Miss Hamilton.
Okay.
Would you please tell the sheriff that his wife's son is here to see him?
So, how you feeling?
Much better, actually. Pineview it is a wonderful facility.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Please,
thank you.
Do you want something to drink? You want to...
No. I just really wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for me and for my mother. I know it was a very difficult time for her, and I know that it probably meant a great deal for her to have a friend there. But the fact that you married her, it's above and beyond. We're both really very grateful.
Oh, that's happy to do it, Norma.
And I just want you to know that you can be done now.
It can be done how?
I know you got married for the insurance, and I don't want to burden you with it. I'm an adult, and I'm going to get my own insurance.
All right. Well, insurance it's really expensive, Norman, and I know the motel helps.
There's other places to work besides a motel, Sheriff, and other things that I can be doing besides managing. So I'll be getting a part-time job while I continue on at the motel. You and my mother can get a divorce.
You know, Norman, things change, and it's a part of life.
That's where you're wrong. Certain things can never change. Things that you know nothing about and never ever will. But I will always remember that you helped my mother at a time that she was so confused and so vulnerable.
I think you need to be careful about how far you want to push this, Norman.
I'll let you know when I have my own insurance and we can start the paperwork for the divorce so as not to expose your fraud.
Yeah, that's Norma for you. It's all Norma's fault, man.
Dylan!
Hey.
Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, we'll make it work. I got home last night, so I don't want to move him. I know, don't yell at me. You know, he wanted to. I could hardly tell him that he couldn't come back to his own home. He's gonna continue with therapy like 3 times a week, so it's a lot. He's on meds for his blackout. I think he's doing much better.
All right. Yeah, I guess you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah, I do.
Romero's still there?
No, he moved out.
You haven't told Norman about him yet.
I will, honey. I will. It's just day 1. When are you leaving for Seattle?
We're gonna start driving up the day after tomorrow.
Wow. Well, what are you guys doing tonight? I think it would be nice if you came over so Norman could see you and feel that he has all of our support. And we could even do something fun like a family. Go get that tree that we talked about. Will you do that? Will you come over tonight?
All right, we'll figure it out.
Oh, great. That'd be great. Come over around 5.
All right.
Hello, Rebecca. What is going on? I'm gonna miss my flight.
Yes, you are.
Well, I can't. I'm supposed to be on my way to Indiana. My mother isn't doing well.
We have reason to believe you've been aiding Bob Paris and laundering money through White Pine Bay Federated.
Why would you think that?
We've done a lot of detailed forensic accounting. We're confident we can prove the charges.
Kind of convenient for you to be quitting your job and heading to Indiana.
I quit my job because my mom is sick. I wanted to go home. I'm tired of White Pine Bay. This isn't a good place. This hasn't been a good place for me.
No, it is not a good place for a reason. There's someone who's been in charge there who's looked the other way on too many things.
Who?
Someone you know well, Sheriff Alex Romero. Now, it would be really unfortunate for you to go to jail and for him to go free, wouldn't it? That's your choice. Everything that happens here is going to be completely up to you.
Well, before I thought that she was gonna be used. Well, now she's actually being used.
Hi. I missed you. What? What?
Did you know Norman came to see me this morning?
No, he must have done it while I was out. He didn't tell me anything. What'd he say?
Well, he thanked me for everything I've done for him.
Well, that's nice. That's a nice thing for him to do.
He told me that you and I could get a divorce now, that he's gonna get a part-time job and pay for his own insurance.
What?
Yeah, he thinks I've manipulated you.
Manipulated me how?
Fill in the blanks.
You mean he knows we're sleeping together?
I think you have to tell him the truth, Norma, that we're together and that we love each other and that it's not gonna change.
It's too soon.
It's not gonna get better. I mean, waiting's only gonna make it worse. I mean, what are you trying to accomplish here?
I will know when the time is right. And I don't like being pushed into making a decision by either of you.
Making a decision.
An exchange of information. You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. If it's a choice, then you gotta figure out your choice.
She's always gonna choose Norma, bro.
Lock the door when you leave.
I'm not giving you up.
Well, then you gotta tell him.
Gonna have to figure something out. I don't understand what's so hard in just telling him the truth. Like, I don't understand what she's afraid of.
God, it's freezing in here.
Yeah, like the heating's broken or something.
Oh, I'm kind of nervous to see Norman. I hope it's not weird.
Oh, come on, it's my family. How could it be weird?
Hmm. Have you met
One
your
time, you wanna
family?
give me a few minutes to say hi?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, Norman.
Emma, look at you. You look wonderful. So sit down.
Oh.
How are you feeling?
Oh, better every day. This whole thing has just been so crazy. I still can't believe I'm breathing with someone else's lungs. It's a weird world, isn't it?
Tell me about it.
You been okay?
Me? Yeah. Yeah, it was hard being at Pineview, but I think everything's better now. It's getting better. Yeah, it's back on track.
Is it though?
I'm glad, Norman. I'm really proud of you.
Can we just say it out loud so it stops being weird?
Yeah. Okay.
You and Dylan just seem so perfect, and I don't know why it didn't happen sooner.
Really?
Really.
Thank you, Norman.
And I will always be grateful for your friendship, Emma. For you being the first real friend that I ever had.
And we will always be good friends, no matter what.
I know we will.
Ugh, leave it to the lung transplant and the mental patient to get all weepy about shit.
Hey, Norman.
Oh, look at us. We're all together and I'll have to get the tree.
Back, Norman!
Oh, Smother, we should get going. Come on.
Somehow this just doesn't feel real. The whole entire thing feels like a facade. If you see something else that belonged to the mom, the teddy bear, what is that?
Well, let's go find the tree.
God, she's moody. I'm sorry. I forgot how she can be sometimes. Just ignore her and we'll have fun, okay?
Sure, Norman. We're fine. Everything's great. Right, Dylan?
Yeah, great.
Come on, there's so many trees to choose from, and I can smell them for the first time. It's wonderful.
Mother.
Jeez, Norman, don't jump out from a bunch of trees and sneak up on people.
I didn't jump out from a bunch of trees. You're just on edge. What's going on?
I don't know, Norman. I don't know what's going on. You know why? Because no one tells me anything. Things that you do, things that affect my life. I mean, but why talk to me about anything? I mean, what am I? Like a doll? And the men folk are gonna hash out who gets the woman in the homestead?
Oh, I see. So he told you.
Yeah, he told me because he respects me enough to tell me. What the hell does that mean? That's bullshit, Norman. Anyone can do that. I just diminished what you said.
Okay, maybe this just isn't the place to have this discussion.
I tried to talk to you about it at the house, but Dylan and Emma were already there. I am so upset with you. And I don't want to get into it, so stop provoking me! Stop it!
Can't believe we're moving a day after tomorrow. They'll be buying a tree for our house in Seattle. Isn't that just so strange?
Yeah, it is. It feels different for me being with my family than it used to. It's like I'm on the outside looking in at them. I used to want so much from them, just stuff I was never gonna get, and I just never realized it. I feel terrible saying this, but I think that Norma and Norman they're so messed up and they're never gonna change. They just keep dragging me into this black hole, and I'm tired of it. I don't want to live in it anymore.
Stop it!
Might as well tell me what's wrong. You're ruining everything.
Fine! I cannot believe that you went behind my back to tell Alex that he and I should get a divorce.
You don't have to lie to me. I know you've been sleeping with him. That you had to do it to get insurance for me, but that sort of thing is horrible and you shouldn't have to live life like that. No one should. But if I have learned one thing at Pineview, it is that sometimes you have to let other people help in order to alleviate your burdens.
But that's not what happened. He's a good man, and I like him.
You like him?
Yes.
Is he laughing? The heck?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Honey. Oh, come on, let's go home. Come on, honey.
Sorry, we gotta go. We can't leave Will with all the packing.
I understand, and it's freezing. I shouldn't have asked you over. No, we wanted to see you before we left. Is the chocolate coming out? No, I'm gonna have to get it clean, but it's still so wet. Okay, well, let me give you this. Just drop it off on my way to Seattle. Yep, thank you. You come visit us soon? Yeah, I would love to.
Should we go upstairs and say goodbye to Norman?
No, he's still upset. Change is hard for him. Would you stop by before you leave?
All right.
It's too cold to sleep in the house. Let's go down to the motel.
That's fine.
Oh, I feel so much better in here. Why didn't we think of this last night? What room do you want, honey? Norman, do you want to talk?
No?
Oh, now you don't want to talk?
I know it's probably hard to accept.
Good night, Mother.
I told him.
How do you feel?
It was hard.
Yeah, we know it was gonna be hard to tell him. Just saying, just tell him anyways. Because eventually you're gonna have to tell him if you don't want to, like, actually divorce, Alex. If you actually like him and don't want to lose him, you're gonna have to tell him at some point, right? So, let's get it over with.
Magical ability to make me feel calm.
There's something I gotta tell you.
It's the magic of men.
Actually magical.
Okay?
A unicorn.
It's the magic of men. This is all it is. To make women feel that protection and security.
Did you say it?
I don't know what you're talking
You said. Did you say you were a unicorn?
I don't know what you're talking
Hey, creepy. Jeez, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being whatever it is that you say that you are.
Okay. You're very welcome.
They're hella cute together. You gotta admit that. And Norma is happy too. You know what I mean? Men are supposed to be. I wanted to pause to say this. That's what men are supposed to be. I'm not saying all men are like this. Typically, what men are supposed to be for their woman is to provide that sense of calm. That's why, protection and security is one of those things that women look for in their, potential partners with men, right? It's one of those things. You want to feel protected. You want to be able to, relax. Don't feel like you're in danger, even when you're out and about with that guy. So this is what it is. That's what makes her feel like that. It's not the love. It's just that feeling that that this guy can protect you, You're gonna peep, you creep. Are you really gonna watch them do it? First of all, what kind of magical hole is this? Oh, he's gonna make a hole in the wall. Okay. Cause I was gonna be like, man, that is creepy. You're gonna watch your mom. Or maybe this is just, he's crying. Are you serious?
Warm air. I can feel warm air in the house. You got it working.
Yes, I did.
So I hear you and your husband are going to be cleaning up my basement.
Wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want a more functioning workshop?
Not particularly.
You're just trying to find any reason to be mad at me.
Jeez, he's annoying.
Sometimes growing is so hard. It's hard for me.
I was about to say, kids like you just locking yourself. That's a bit too much.
Would you please make an effort? Please? Will you?
Okay.
I invited Alex for dinner.
He said there was a crack in the thing. I wonder if that's where Emma's mom's body is. Still don't know where that body really is. If it was actually in the pool or,
I hope I didn't make too much food. Figured 2 grown men, better safe than sorry. I'm so nervous.
It's gonna be fine.
This is the worst, the worst scenario for a stepdad to be in.
Glad you're joining us for dinner.
Are you?
Norman, would you please set out the napkins?
Of course. Would you pass the green beans, Sheriff?
How about you call me Alex, Norman?
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, I'd love it if you told me all about the motel, Norman. What you do and works, so I could help out if you need it.
It's really very simple. People check in and then they check out.
Okay, yeah, I know that.
What else? Oh, I've already looked up a couple of part-time jobs that'll allow me to pay for my own insurance.
It's not necessary.
It is to me. I'm gonna.
First of all, you're mentally ill. You're on meds. What kind of job are you going to find to pay for these therapy sessions? Or to pay for insurance, for that matter, that could cover that stuff? Do you know how insane you sound? Bruh.
I don't need to be on my stepdaddy's insurance.
Okay, disrespectful.
Actually, I think that's great. I think it's great that you want to be independent, Norman. I think that shows character. And
Oh, really?
Norman, don't be rude. This isn't easy for any of us. We're all trying here.
We as in, is this how it's gonna be from now on?
Yes.
We're married.
What?
Look, I know this seems weird. I know that you spent your whole life with it just being the two of you, but you're going to get used to this. It's going to take time, but you're going to get used to this.
Okay, Alex, there's something that you don't seem to understand. Nothing is going to change. You can be married to her, you can be sleeping with her, but you're never gonna get in between us.
Not trying to, buddy.
I'm not trying to.
Exactly.
Heart for more than one person. It doesn't diminish the love that's already there.
Oh, really? Imagine that we are on a ship at sea. The ship is going down, and there is one tiny boat and room and provisions for two.
Okay.
Who are you gonna put in that boat with you?
More than likely.
Maybe you and I get a Norman and we leave her on the ship.
No, Alex, don't make jokes. That's inappropriate because it's ludicrous. We are not in a sinking ship. We're in a big, beautiful, warm house, and we're all fine.
You're such a hypocrite, Mother.
Okay.
My whole life, you have kept me so close to you that I couldn't breathe without you. You never wanted me to have a girlfriend or even a good time. I gave up everything for you, Mother, and I did it gladly because I understand the bond between us, the cord. I understand that it is huge and sacred and unique, and now you want to tell me that doesn't matter. Now all of a sudden, there's room for someone else. Well, there isn't, and you know it. This is our world, Mother, and that's what love is, real love. You are setting yourself up. He is making you think that it's possible.
Get this through your head. Nobody is making me do anything. I am a grown woman. I love him. He loves me. And that is it. And you have to deal with it.
Point blank period. Finally. Let's go, Norma. Finally, man.
Let me talk to him.
I don't think that's a good idea, but finally Norma tells him like it is. I wouldn't go near this dude with an axe right now, Alex. At least he's not blacking out for getting angry.
Norman. Norman. Now put that thing down and talk to me, Norman.
What?
Put it down. Put it down!
What?
You need to grow up a little right now, and you need to think of your mother.
Don't patronize me. I have spent every waking moment of my life thinking of my mother.
Well, then you need to think of her as a human being, Norman. She's always going to be your mother. Nothing's ever going to change that. But don't you think she wants to be with someone, with a partner, a friend, a lover, someone she could share her life with? I mean, why is that such a terrible thing? Don't you think she deserves to have a man in her life? Put that down. I'll back up. Back up.
He looks so dumb with weapons.
Back up.
I hate you! I hate you so much!
Norman,
You have to get this boy back to Pineview, man.
what happened?
I'm moving back in. I'll go home and get my stuff tomorrow, but I'm not leaving this house tonight.
That boy needs major help, man. What is going to be the conclusion of the series? I'm just like, yo, like is he gonna end up killing everybody, including his mother? Yeah, I mean, like, oh my god, this series is so good. It's so good till I'm now thinking about why only 5 seasons of the show. Like, what happened? Is he gonna be the last man standing and leave everything up for discussion? Like, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to die in the end? Is somebody going to kill him by mistake? Or I don't know, man. I don't know. Clearly Norman needs help, right? I am so glad that finally Norma claps back at her son, man. Like, finally it's like, you're gonna have to deal with it. It's not going to change. This is the change that you come home to see. I love him. He loves me. Boom shakalaka. You gonna have to deal with this shit. And I'm glad that she said that to him, because all this pussyfooting around that she's had with him is just like, listen, he's had some valid he made a very valid statement to her. It's like, you've held me so close to you. I couldn't have a girlfriend. If we're gonna keep it a buck, Norman is right by saying that in a way she is hypocritical for how she treated him and how she held him close to her vest, and now bringing in somebody else, you can understand why he's angry about that. But Norman also got to understand that people move out of these spaces, especially the fact that she damn near waited 18 years to be with anybody else seriously again. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're good now, buddy. You can go do your thing. You don't have to worry about protecting your mom anymore if that was the case, right? If that was the case, you're like, oh, I gotta protect my mom, we're close. Like, bro, you're gonna have to grow up at some point. So now that she's saying, hey, I found somebody now, it's not just you and me anymore, you have the chance now to kind of roll out, find somebody, but you can't because you're sick in the head, you know, so there's that to contend with as well. So in terms of this show and what I expect from it, you know, going, you know, forward and stuff like that, it's very hard to tell what the ending of the show is going to be, because you don't know. I mean, just now I thought probably the mistake probably is going to swing at Alex, but Alex is no idiot. That's the thing. Like, he's not as idiotic as everybody else who's gonna probably approach Norman. He's gonna be careful of what he's doing when he's in front of Norman, especially if you see somebody with a weapon, a potential weapon in their hand. You don't approach them, especially when they're angry. You never know what could happen. That's like seeing somebody holding a gun to you and you know that the gun could go off and you're still approaching them. Like, no, that's just stupid, especially if they're angry at you. You know what I mean? So the thing about it is this, right? Norman tries to portray himself as normal, right? And it's so not true. He's so far from normal. He is so far from normal, it's not even funny. He's so far from normal. And one of the things that I like about the show, how they portrayed this craziness and what's going on, is like, you feel like you're in the moment with them, and this is very real, right? You feel like it's very real because they're drawing from real situations. These are real scenarios. I've witnessed this happen in front of me. I've seen a lot of things in my life, man. There's not very much scenarios that could play out in unless it's like complete fantasy. But in TV shows that are rooted in reality, you know what I'm saying? On real situations, more than likely I've either talked to somebody who's experienced this or I've seen it for myself. And this is something that I've seen for myself when it comes on to a mom and her child, that, you know, a man marries into the family, so he becomes the stepfather, and the dynamic that goes with that. I've seen it firsthand. That is not, the majority of the time, it's not very favorable. The kid just doesn't like having a stepdad. A lot of times, sometimes they do, but it's a very small minority of kids that actually love their step-parents or grow to even call them their actual like dad or mom, right? So this is a scenario that played out here that I saw coming. I knew he was gonna blow up on Alex. Everybody should have seen this coming, that he was gonna blow up on it, because he doesn't like the scenario. He doesn't like the fact that this guy is having sex with his mom. And then you also have to throw in the factor as well as the point that, you know, he has this strong affection towards his mother, even to the point of even sexual, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So him even watching them having sex was a problem in itself. Then him now having to sit at dinner with this dude and have a cordial conversation with him. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. You know, so as I said, I give credence to the fact that, you know, he said what he said, his piece. I'm glad that Norma rebutted him and be like, look, this is how it is. So you gonna have to, I don't care what you have to say. This is how it is. I wish more moms would actually, when their kids rebel in those situations, that they would stand up for the man like that. But in most scenarios, they never do. In most scenarios, a lot of times the mom doesn't even want the stepdad to discipline their kids. So the fact that Alex was able to even go out there and talk to Norman is a big deal. As I said, this scenario is very much in the minority, because a lot of times most moms won't let the stepdad discipline their kids. They just let them do whatever they want to do, say whatever they want to say to the stepdad, and they'll never stand up. They'll never say to the kid, don't say that to him. Or this is what you're going to have to deal with. That is my man, or whatever the situation is, right? Man, I love the show. I love the show because it's so real. It's so real. Even though it is fiction in terms of, you know, it's a TV show, it's very real. And it really, these actors really know how to bring you into the moment and let you feel what's happening with them. You know, I love that about it. Dylan and Emma still planning to move to Seattle or whatever. I don't know how they're going to keep these two in the show. I don't know. I think I thought when Norman was actually chopping up the place, I thought the body was going to fall out. I swear to God, I thought the body was just going to fall out of the shed or something like that. was going to happen. I swear to you, I thought I thought that was going to happen just now, but it didn't. But we're here. That was great. Great episode. Let me know if you enjoyed as well, man. Leave a like, leave a comment. Catch you guys for the next one, man. I'm out. Peace.